Hi everyone. So we are doing C4 today, which is basically HCF and LCM. Now this is one of the very basic and important topics because calculating HCF LCM can be frequently used in lot of calculations. In between you are simplifying any expressions or something, and hence this is one of the very basic and very important topics. So in this part we are going to learn how to calculate HCF LCM using different approaches, and then there is a small concept of how to calculate HCF and LCM of fractions as well. So let's very quickly begin with the topic. The first part is basically the definition or the meaning behind HCF and LCM. So HCF is represented or can be described as highest common factor. HCF is described as highest common factor. Factor as in the numbers with which you can divide 24 and 60 completely. That highest number is called as the factor, or in other words it is called as the HCF. So there are total three different methods with which we can calculate the HCF. Let's begin with the one of the very basic ones, which is the factorization method, which I'm sure most of you would be aware from the school days. So factorization method, you simply start dividing both the numbers. So 24 and 60 are our numbers. So if we start dividing, obviously somebody who is very good with tables will straight away get it as 12 twos are 24 and 12 fives are 60. But let's do it from the very beginning and from the very scratch position. So let's suppose if we divide these two numbers by 2, then we are left with 12 and 30. Then suppose we can divide again by 2, then we will be left with 6 and 15, and then eventually we can divide both these numbers by 3, and when we divide by 3 we are left with 2 and 5. So whatever is 2 and 5 we are left with. I hope you realize that now these two numbers 2 and 5, they are not divisible by the same number, and hence this is where we will stop. So HCF, if somebody asks me 24 and 60 ka, all I have to do is multiply the three factors that we had taken out on the left side as a common factors, and when we multiply all of them we get the answer as 2 into 2 into 3, which in turn gives us 12. So the HCF of 24 and 60 is 12, and this is the method which is called as factorization method. So we are stopping at 2 and 5 because these two numbers are not divisible by any of the common numbers or any of the common factors. Basically we can't take anything common out from both these numbers. So this is where we will stop. So this is called as factorization method. The second method is actually a little bit of extension of the first method itself. We did factorization. Now we will do prime factorization. So as the name suggests, we are supposed to prime factorize the number. So basically we are supposed to divide our numbers into prime factors as in the factors which are not further divisible, something of this sorts. So 24, when we prime factorize, we are getting 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, and in short that is 2 raised to 3 into 3 raised to 1. Same we apply for 60, we will be getting 2 into 2 into 3 into 5, which can be further represented as 2 square into 3 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 1. And now for calculating HCF, what you are ideally supposed to do is you are supposed to take the highest common power. The three words that you should remember is highest common power. So it should be highest, it should be also common as well. And when we simplify that further, we will get 2 raised to 2 as the highest common, then 3 raised to 1, and then 5 raised to 0. And when we again multiply all these values, what we end up getting is the same answer as of 12 that we got in the previous case as well. So highest common power. So first step, prime factorize your numbers. Once you prime factorize, the second step is take highest common powers and you will have your answers. So again, the HCF of 24 and 60 is 12. This is the second approach, which is prime factorization. The third and the last approach to figure out HCF is slightly unique, which we have never come across before, which is called as division method. Division method is a very simple thing, but slightly new in its own way. So in simple words, you start dividing the bigger number with the smaller number. So we will divide 60 by 24. When we start dividing 60 by 24, you know the tables, 24 2s are 48. You get 12 as the remainder, simple division. And now this is where it gets interesting and something new. So make sure to remember or pay attention to this part very precisely, that whichever is your remainder in the first step becomes your divisor in the next step. So 12 is your remainder. Now 12 will be the next divisor. So we are going to divide by 12, and to whom we are going to divide by 12? The previous number with which we were dividing earlier. So we were earlier dividing by 24. So now we are going to divide 24 by 12. So the simple funda that you are supposed to remember is whatever is the remainder for the previous step becomes the divisor for the next step. And when we divide 24 by 12, we get 12 2s are 24, and we get remainder 0. So basically the point that you are supposed to remember is this process will keep on continuing unless and until you don't get the remainder 0. So suppose if there would have been any other remainder here instead of 0, we would have divided by that number to 12, and the process would have continued unless and until we don't get the remainder 0. Whenever we get the remainder 0 in this division process, and you will surely at some point in the calculation depending on your numbers, whenever you get 0 as the remainder, that's where you stop. And very important, for whichever divisor, listen to this very carefully, for whichever divisor you get the remainder 0, which is 12 in this case, becomes your answer. So in this case, for 12 as the divisor, we got the remainder 0. So 12 becomes our HCF. So this is how you can figure out the HCF using the division method. So these are the three methods with which you can figure out the HCF portion. Moving on to the second part, which is LCM, as the name suggests, the full form suggests, least common multiple. Least common multiple as in the smallest number which will be in the table of 24 and 60. The common number will be the one that we will be shortlisting as the multiple, least common multiple. There are same two ways of figuring out LCM. One of them is factorization and the other one is prime factorization. So let's start with factorization first. Same numbers we are taking, 24 and 60, so that you understand some parts as it is, copy paste from the previous approach. So 24 and 60, if you start factorizing till HCF, we had done till here. We had stopped when we reached at 2 and 5 because there were nothing else common from 2 and 5. So we were stopping in the place of HCF. But for LCM, you have to keep extracting all the factors unless and until you are going to get all the ones at the end. So we are going to also extract 2 and 5. So let's extract 2 first, and then let's extract 5 as well. And when we extract 2 and 5 as well, at the end we are left with 1 at every place, and that is where you ideally stop. So LCM is basically just a slight bit of extension of HCF. You keep on extracting all the factors unless and until you don't get all the ones, and this is where you stop. So LCM, if you remember, for HCF 2 into 2 into 3, which is the common factors, and for 2 and 5 we had stopped because there was nothing else common from these two numbers, and hence we are giving them a very unique number, which is they are called as uncommon factors. They are called as uncommon factors. So this 2 and 5 is called as uncommon factor, and in short, for LCM we need both of them. We need common factors as well as uncommon factors. So for LCM, when we multiply everything, in turn what we do is we end up forming a simple formula, which is LCM is given by product of common as well as uncommon factors. So common factors are called as HCF, uncommon factors are called as UCF. So answer becomes 12 into 10, which is 120. So 24 and 60 ka LCM is 120, and this is how you can figure this out using the factorization technique. The second method is prime factorization, and if we keep the numbers same, obviously prime factorization also remains the same. And if you remember for HCF, we had said you have to do highest common power. Here it becomes even further easier. You are not supposed to do common power. You are just supposed to do highest power. You are just supposed to do highest power. Forget the word common from the HCF portion. So highest power, when we compare 2 raised to 2 and 2 raised to 3, obviously highest is 2 raised to 3. So we will select that. 3 raised to 1, 3 raised to 1, no choice really. We will choose 3 raised to 1. And 5 raised to 0 and 5 raised to 1. Obviously, highest is 5 raised to 1. So we have to take highest power, and again, as usual, multiply everything. That will give you your answer. So 2 raised to 3 is 8. 8 into 3, 24. 24 into 5. Same answer as 120 as we got in the earlier step as well. So this is how you can calculate LCM using the prime factorization method. So that's the second part of this process. So these are the two methods with which you can calculate the LCM. Moving on to the last bit of the concept, which is sometimes what happens really is you are supposed to find out the HCF and LCM of the fractions or probably the decimal numbers. So decimal numbers, you can convert them to fractions and then you can use these formulae. So there's a very straightforward formula for calculating HCF and LCM of the fractions. For HCF, you're supposed to calculate HCF of the numerators, and for LCM, you're supposed to calculate, for HCF of the fraction, whatever are the numerators of your fraction, you're supposed to calculate their HCF, and for denominators, you're supposed to calculate the LCM. So whatever the fractions that you will have, you need to consider all their numerators, and whatever those numbers are, you have to calculate HCF somewhere separately and just substitute in this formula or in this structure. Same goes for the denominator part. Whatever numbers are there in the denominators of all the fractions, you are supposed to calculate their LCM separately somewhere and then just substitute the value of LCM in this formula. And for LCM, this process entirely becomes ulta. For numerator it is LCM and for a denominator it is HCF. So using these formulae, you can calculate the HCF and the LCM of the fractions. So now we will expect that you would be able to calculate HCF and LCM easily, whichever method that you are most comfortable with. Do that. That has no restrictions, but you need to get the values correct. Now one point, small but very important point that you should be careful about while doing this is that sometimes what happens, some of the fractions can be further reduced. Some of the fractions can be further reduced to the lowest possible form. And if that is the case, then ideally what you should be doing is first reduce those fractions to the lowest possible form. And once you have reduced them to the lowest possible form, only then you should be applying these all formulae. If the fractions are reducible to the lowest form and if you don't reduce them and you just blindly apply these formulae, obviously you will end up making a mistake and you will get a wrong answer. So be very careful in that regards. Whichever the fractions that can be reduced, please reduce them to the lowest possible form, and only then, once you have reduced them to the lowest possible form, only then apply the formula. So basically you will need to check, looking at the numbers, that whether these fractions can be further reduced or not. If it is, do that, then apply the formula. If you don't reduce, obviously you're taking the wrong numbers and you will get the wrong answer. That's a simple trick or the note that will save you from making the error. So these are all the ideas on a broader level that you need to know before you end up solving the questions based on HCF and LCM. So folks, that's it for today. If you have any queries, any concerns, do let us know. Go through this one more time and we will be happy to assist your questions. Thank you so much.